Good morning, guys. Today I have a little bit different kind of show for you. I have to talk to my ladies. Y'all, we got to start changing the way that we are telling ourselves these stories about the men in our lives, about relationships, about what we can and can't do. I am so tired. I am so tired of the stories, of the BS that we tell ourselves about. He lied this, he cheated that. Can you believe somebody did this to me? Bullshit. Those are stories. Those are victimizations that we are carrying, and it is the number one thing that is holding us back in our lives. And you got to get over it, and that's what this video today is going to inspire you to do, because guess what? We got a planet and we got children to heal and other women in the world that need to hear our strong voices, which means we got to start telling each other the truth. Ladies, no more of this coffee bitch fest session. No more of happy hour complaining. I can't stand going to coffee shops or restaurants or being online or hearing the way that we waste our time speaking to each other with these stories. Like, yeah, there's totally a place if we are there to share, if we are here to have our pain be witnessed. But if you want other people to buy into your pain, guess what? You're going to find it. That's probably what your girlfriend group is actually comprised of, is women that carry a wound that's similar to you, that you find resonance and support with because they share your story, your perspective, your model of the world, which is great, but not really, because it means that nobody's ever going to confront you with truth other than what you already think is true. Which means that you're not going to grow, you're not going to change, you're not going to get the kind of feedback that you need to be mirrored back to you in order to actually get through the thing that's blocking you and keeping you stuck. So here's what's up. All this stuff about somebody doing something to you, or you thought he was, or like he was going to be your soulmate. Guys, soulmates are people that are here to break our hearts open. We don't always end up with them, right? We have more than one. Our soul mates are the angels, the messengers, the people that hurt us oftentimes, that have been sent into our lives to break something open that we have patched over and patched over and patched over to hide from ourselves and from the world, because we think that we can outrun, outtalk, outsmart, outdistract our pain. And it is killing us. You must feel the pain that is alive inside of you, that little girl is still carrying. You have to see her before anybody else is going to. And if you keep telling yourself this story about people doing things to you, then you have failed fundamentally to understand how life and the laws of energy in the universe work. Unless you are living in the perspective of looking for the lesson, for the meaning, for the gift that comes from whatever pain and suffering you're going through, you are wasting your time. You are wallowing around like a little pig in the mud that is just not getting to the level of woman that you are here to become in your life. What do you want? What do you want? What is your dream? What is your vision? Focus on that. So many of you, and myself included, have suffered for so long in our lives because if our man or our relationship or our codependency leaves us, we don't have fucking anything else because we haven't worked on who we are. We don't know what we want. We don't have a vision for our lives that we work on every day. We don't have a relationship with ourselves or that little girl that lives inside us that we made promises to when she was young about how our life was going to be. If you don't create a life for yourself, you cannot truly ever be with another human being in real, authentic connection, because all you're doing is filling your open wounds with their energy. You're feeding off of other people and they're feeding off of you, and those kinds of people will continue to find you. if you don't figure out who you are and create a space for yourself in life and meditate and take care of your body and begin to love who you are and let go of all this shame and victimization and complaining. Like, can you imagine if all of the women in the world, when we got together, instead of bitching about boys and clothes and purses and can you believe this, or gossiping about our friends, or judging ourselves, or cutting ourselves down, how powerful we would be if we were together talking about like, wow, what are your strengths? How can I support you in that? Like, what is your vision for your life? Let's like turn our girlfriend groups into like our masterminds. Like, the amount of untapped energy and potential that we have to become each other's angels, like our own dream teams in life. Guys, like, and you will be so surprised by like how when you find something that you're passionate about, when you care about, how much easier it is to just drop the other shit, to let go of those stories, because there's something more important for you to do. You don't have to worry about these like silly little problems. It's like it just won't resonate with you anymore. It won't resonate with you to think that somebody's doing something to you, because you see so clearly the story that they're running, that they're in, that like the reasons they lie or whatever have nothing to do with you. These are all of their coping mechanisms and behaviors for walking through the world in their own way. They're here to teach you a lesson, and unless you every single day walk through your life understanding that every encounter is an opportunity, a sign, a message, a gift, and open yourself to what the universe is trying to bring for you, you have completely missed out on your life. Do not do this, guys. I have lost so many years to suffering and victimization and story just because I didn't know that this perspective was an option. I hadn't heard it yet. Nobody had told me. Nobody told me. And I wish that they did. And it's why I'm telling you now. Like, you can literally spend your entire life talking on these same circular sound bites of complaining and just feeling like it's unfair and you don't understand and you don't know why. Or from this moment on, you can decide to be really curious about looking for what is trying to happen for you in your life instead of being obsessed with what you think people are doing to you, because they're not. They're not. Everyone is doing the best that they know how, and that is not an excuse, and it does not mean that we stay linked to people that are not healthy and that do not serve us. What it means is nobody's doing anything to you. Everybody is operating in their own model of the world, including you. And until you change the model that you want to live in, you will continue to attract people that are living the same crap story that you are. Like, if you want to win a Nobel Peace Prize, if you want to be a world-class author, if you want to be a model on a stage, if you want to be a badass stay-at-home mom, like, you have got to make choices in your life that serve that level of human being. You have to find a way to let go of these stories. And that is going to include honoring the pain that you feel, honoring the anger that you feel, looking at the judgments that you have, because guess what? Guys, these are all like little hints. These are all like these beautiful little breadcrumbs that give us perspective, a way in to see what's operating in our subconscious below the level of our conscious mind of what we're able to see. Judgments can be gifts. Pain can be a gift. All of these things help you to more fully understand what you want and what has to heal in order for you to get and become the person that attracts those things that you want. I could go on forever in this, but ladies, like, can we please just drop the bullshit? Like, drop the bullshit. All this trifling that you're doing in these relationships with men, women, whoever you got is just a distraction. It's the same as watching TV. It's the same as getting drunk. It's the same as doing drugs. It's the same as obsessing over the lives of other people when you just like forget your own. All of it is a distraction until you can sit down and you make the decision to go inside and say, who am I? What am I here to do in this life? Until you begin to ask these questions, you will not ever feel fulfilled. You will not experience the level of joy that you are here to experience in this life, because life is meant to be good. You are meant to feel pleasure. You are meant to be in joy. And until you do these things, you will not have the life that you want. And you have to get really clear about that, okay? So please, 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 ladies, begin to tell each other the truth. Read books, read people like Marianne Williamson and Gabby Bernstein, and like people that inspire you. The women that you follow, even probably that are leaders on social media and stuff, those people have had these same problems that we're talking about right now. They've had the same stories about not being enough. And they had to let him go. This is a rite of passage. Do you understand that? Like, this is a journey that we are all on. Every single one of us at some point has to drop these old stories and be willing to create the new one. This is your literal rite of passage into the world where you come back to life, where you live in joy, where dreams really are possible. You are meant to both die and be reborn in this life. Pass through the pain and the suffering into the life where you see the light and you see love and you see the little miracles that you call a coincidence that are happening around you every single day, all the fucking time. And all it is a shift in your perspective and like the way that you are willing to show up and be in communion with yourself, to walk through the world. Man, you guys, like, do you understand what is possible? You are so powerful. You are so fucking powerful. You just have to wake up. Wake up, literally, in your body, in your mind, your soul, your spirit. Tap back into that intuition and wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. You are here for more. You are here for more. Everything inside of your being that screams out when you know that you are in self-betrayal is right. Listen to that voice. Don't do what I did and suffer in shit, not listening just because nobody told you and you didn't know for over a freaking decade. Like, if any of this is speaking to you, make the decision right now to be curious. Make the decision right now that you will no longer listen to gossip because you understand what that is. These are surface levels of communication that keep us, prevent us, block us from diving deeper into who we really are. If you want to save the planet, if you care about children or poverty or climate change or the ocean or trees, like whatever the fuck it is for you, you're not helping by sitting around and complaining or keeping this shitty story alive in your own life. You're preventing you from doing the amazing thing that you're here to do, and we need you to do that, guys. Look at the state of the world right now. Look at depression. Look at anxiety. Like, look at what's going on with the planet. I mean, oh my God, there's so many amazing things that we could be doing or spending our time on. And you can't do that when you are obsessed with the past, obsessed with righting these wrongs, not realizing that you have the power to right every wrong within you that you believe that you've ever experienced. You just have to have some tools. You have to get curious. And that is why I keep bringing up curiosity for you, because you have to tap back in to that inner child. You have to go back inside and say, like, what brings me to life? Like, what is my passion? What is the thing that makes me so angry that I see not being paid attention to in the world? Because that is the thing that you are here to leverage, this tool that is your human body, to bring attention to. Like, so often the thing that you complain about the most is the thing that you are here to use your gifts to heal, to create the conduit through which other beings can create change in their own lives in this same area that has brought you so much pain. Like, that will become your dream. That will become your gift. And like, oh my gosh, you guys, like, I so pray, and I don't mean that in a religious way. Like, I'm a very spiritual, like, universal dynamic energy believer. There are laws that allow us to play this game the right way. And if you get nothing else from this, just know that you are so powerful, and that these old stories gotta die for you to be reborn into the woman that you dreamed of being, that you still dream of being. Who is she? What does she look like? What does she do? What does she wear? How does she interact? How does she speak? What is the energy she walks into a room with? What does she do on a Sunday? How does she take care of her body and her life? How does she think about her friends? How does she want to show up for her future partner? What does she want to create in the world? Like, what is your art? What is your art? You are a creator. And the way that you discover these things about yourself, because I know that a lot of us have forgotten who we are. So how do we remember who we are? You follow your curiosity. That class that you've thought of taking, that thing you judged yourself for not doing, that guy or that person that you just felt drawn to energetically for some reason and you don't know why, like, follow all of those things. Follow your intuition. Trust your inner guidance system. It will not ever lead you astray. You will find some little morsel or nugget or lesson within everything that you are curious about that will begin to lead you along the journey that you are meant to live. And in this journey, you will find everything that you are trying to get in a mistaken way in these other places outside of yourself right now. You will find love, you will find joy, you will discover connection, and you will find people that are able to hold a space for you where you can talk about difficult things, where you can tell your real truth about what you hate and what you're angry about and what pisses you off, and like, from a place that is centered around the intention of discovering more of who you are. Okay, so like, so many takeaways from this, I hope, around like how to use your friends, like how to change your story, guys. Like, but just please, like, quit using your relationships as an excuse to suffer. Stop it. Because it is. It's an excuse, and it's a distraction, and it's an addiction. And you can end that right now by becoming curious about who you are and refocusing, recalibrating your machine here to focus on who you are and what you want. Because as we always say, where your focus goes, your energy flows. Where do you want your energy to flow, guys? I want mine to be flowing back to me. So if I focus my attention on who I am, the more time I spend on being curious about myself, the more beautifully my life will unfold in the way that it is meant to be. Okay? If you have any feedback, please share. I love you guys, but I just had to share that with my ladies today, guys. Come on. Come on. We are the mothers. We are the protectors. We are the creators in this world. Like, tap back into that inner fire, that feminine power, that divinity that lives inside of you guys. You can do anything. You can do anything. What is the thing that you want to do? And focus there. I love you.